Okay, welcome to this workshop. So in this workshop, what I want to talk about is a discussed topic on our Facebook group, which is links or pretty links. There's a user that's saying they're using WordPress's built plugin called Pretty Links, where you can actually set up nice looking links, and people do this because they don't want to actually say these long URLs to people. They want it to be nice and easy to be memorable. But what you can do with all of the pages is you can call them what you like. So if I go in and click edit on this URL here, do remember that if you have links already embedded in the site, you'll need to change them. But over here I could call this, instead of home, I could call this pretty, and then I could click update, and you would see that that would then be changed to pretty there, as you can see. And change it back. So URLs can be changed for pages, but the problem that has occurred is things like funnels. Now funnels automatically put in a little kind of F in there in the URL. So if I go to the funnel step here, we can see under our funnel steps, if I just go to preview this page, that you have this F in here. Okay, and then you've got test, and then you've got thank you on that particular page. So you can see that it's actually here, funnel test. It's getting this test because that's the name of the funnel under here. So it's test / and then it's in the step, like this one for instance would be pro or not pro, and you can see that in there. So how can we get these and things like categories in the site to show that in a pretty way? So you can see in here we've got pro jewelers inside there, and it says this F, which you might not want. Well, there's a few ways you can do it. You could use a bit.ly link in here, but then you're going to have the bit.ly and then / whatever you want to call it. How can we do it so it's got your domain name, so a bit like Pretty Links does? Well, you can actually use your host provider. Now this is not anything to do with Zenler, but you should, from your hosting or where you bought your domain, be able to set what's called redirects. So with a redirect, I could name this what I want. So what I'm going to do is, with this one for example, I'm just going to kind of show you how it will work. So I'm going to take this URL here to copy it, and I'm going to change it to something completely different. So in my particular case, I'm using cPanel. So a lot of you are using different hosts. You'll just have to find where in your hosting package you have the option to use redirects, and then you can just do the redirect. So I'm not going to go over all of the thousands and thousands of hosting companies and their particular cases, because obviously that's not possible. So I'm going to be showing you in my hosting package for Surf Dudes how I do it. So in my cPanel, what I can do is I can just simply go to redirects inside of here, and let me just look where that is. Here we go, redirects. Let's click that. Okay, so you can see I have a redirect field in here, and I'm going to simply choose my domain, and I'm going to put in my link in here. So this is the pretty link, so surfdudes.com / yeah, that's there, and then I choose my link. So let's call this pretty funnel, okay, something like that. Then I'm going to add my redirect in here. Okay, so this is the page directs to. So this link will direct to this URL. Notice I've put HTTPS, I've copied the whole domain. I'm going to redirect with or without the www, and I'm going to hit add. Okay, so now I have a new link. So down here, what I have is I have this pretty link, and it's going to redirect to this page. So it's going to be surfdudes.com / pretty funnel, and then it's going to redirect to this. So I've created this redirect. So I'm going to copy this, going to jump back into the page. So I'm now going to enter this in here. I'm just going to do it as we've got it. So let's put that in there. Okay, and I'm going to hit the enter button now. And there we go. So you can see it's actually resolved to what it should be. Now I'm going to test this in incognito as well. Let's jump into incognito. This is always what you should do. / pretty funnel as a final check. So this is my URL that I can issue. Nice and short, nice and pretty. Hit enter, bang. So we resolved to the correct URL, but you can issue that as a URL and make it a pretty link, and that's how you do it. Now, one thing to bear in mind, you need to remember your redirects, because you don't want to be using the same. You don't want to create a page inside your website called surfdudes / and then pretty link, pretty funnel. Otherwise you'll have a conflict. So just be aware of that. So your management of pretty links is really important.